What's up, guys? Episode 1 of a new series I'm doing. By the way, this is NFL in the UK. I should probably say my name. My name's TJ. And this series is going to be an introduction to American football, especially for British people. We have no exposure to this. We have no good content on it, and no one really tells us like what's going on. But I'll tell you from first-hand experience, in my opinion, it's the greatest sport to ever exist. So maybe you'd like to start watching it, maybe you have no interest in watching it, but you should have a lot of interest because it is one of the most watched sporting events of all time. So obviously apart from the World Cup and stuff, but watch American football. It's very good. Don't just take my word for it. You kind of just need to watch it. And it's going to be very confusing when you start off, but the more you watch it, the more you get into it. These videos are just going to be sort of a basic introduction. These are sort of made like if you've never watched it before, if you have like a base understanding of it. I'm not going to lie to you, it's a confusing sport. It is a confusing sport and it's going to be difficult to explain. I'm going to try my absolute hardest. If you do like what you see here, please like, please subscribe, please comment, do all that shit. I do appreciate it. It fills my heart with joy. So first things first, there's 4 quarters of 15 minutes. That doesn't mean every game's an hour. Normally the clock stops quite a lot. A game normally lasts around 2.5 hours to 3.5, normally sometimes 4. Yeah, that's the time. 4 quarters, 15 minutes. Each team, so every individual team, has 3 separate teams in that team. I know that's confusing, but it'll make sense. You've got an offensive team, you've got a defense team, you've got special teams. Like I said, this is a series, so I'm going to make loads of videos, more in depth. But all you need to know is offense moves the ball and gets points. Defense stops the ball and stops points, and special teams does special things. Special teams, special plays, special players. Alright, how do you win? You score points. But to score points, you need to get yards. You need to move the ball down the field. How do you do that? Okay, that's a better question. Well done. To make it simple, I'm going to talk you through the beginning of a game. So every game starts with a kickoff, which is the only reason why it's called football. It's the only time they use their foot, other than like 3 or 4 other times. But they kick it off, the other team catches it. They can either take it out or they can just not take it out and just take the designated yardage which they would get, which would be starting at the 25. But the kickoff rules always seem to change. Sometimes they start at the 25, sometimes they stay at the 30. It used to be the 20. Now I believe it's the 30. But they've changed it this year, so it's very confusing. But just know the kickoff happened, and then you'll start around 25 to 30 yards from your own end zone. To keep it simple, even more simple, you then get the ball, your offense will come on, and you'll have 3 attempts to make 10 yards. This is called first down and 10. If you make no yards, it's second down and 10. So you make 2 yards on second down and 10, you've got third down and 8. That's how that kind of works. And then you got fourth down. Fourth down, I'm going to make a whole video about fourth down because it's very confusing and it's hard to explain in a brief detail. And that's the thing that normally stumps a lot of people, is like that people just don't get fourth down and what you're supposed to do on fourth, or why you do certain things on fourth. And I want to have a whole video explained to that because it is actually quite an interesting play and quite complex. So I said that you need 10 yards. You need to move the ball 10 yards further. How do you do that? You need to there's 2 types of plays for offense. You have a run play or you have a pass play. Oh, got a ball here. Again, I'll make another video on positions, but there's 2 types of plays: run play So say a guy has a ball, he hands it off to another guy, and the guy's just going to run as far as he can. Probably gets hit pretty hard. The run plays normally make on average 3 to 6 yards a play. Some break off massive, but most run plays are going to be 3 to 6 yards. And these are like the tone setters for an offense, sort of. Next play is a pass play. Guy will get the ball, he'll look, and he can throw it forward. You can only throw it forward once. Once you've thrown it forward, that's it. You can't throw it forward again. That'd be cheating. You can lateral, which if you watch rugby, you know, you can throw it backwards. You can throw it backwards as much as you want. But the thing is, when you throw it backwards and someone doesn't catch it, say I dropped it, that would be a fumble, and then the other team can grab it. If you throw it forward and the receiver drops it, it's just, the play is dead. I will have, again, I'm going to keep on saying this, I'm going to have more videos diving in deep to each one of these concepts. Every concept I'm going to try and make a whole video on. This is just sort of the basic understanding. So yeah, you've got the run play and you've got the pass play. So let's say that you get 10 yards, you get 10 yards, you get 10 yards, maybe you get 20 yards, blah, 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 blah. Then you're by the goal line, the defensive goal line. This ball just needs to cross the plane. It's called a touchdown, and you think they need to touch it like they do in rugby. No, you just need to cross the plane. Even if it's just this bit that crosses it, it's a touchdown. Touchdown scores you 6 points. After you score a touchdown, you can kick it up the upright for an extra point. So on most touchdowns, you'll get 7 points for a touchdown. You can elect after a touchdown, so you get 6 points for the touchdown, you can elect to go for a 2-point conversion, which is a normal play from the 2-yard line, and you have to try and score another touchdown, but you only get 2 points for it. That's kind of rare, and that's used in like situations where you just need as many points as possible. Another thing you can do, let's say you start your offensive drive and you're going down, you're going down, you're going down, and then you get stopped. Let's say around the 30 to the 40-yard mark of their side. You can then elect to kick a field goal. You know, the uprights at the end of the field, if you kick it through that, it's an untimed play, kick it through there, you get 3 points. Simple, so field goal, 3 points, touchdown, 6 points, and you've got the point after touchdown, which is 1 point, or the 2-point conversion, which is 2 points. These are all the scores that you can make. You can have defensive scores, but again, I'm going to keep on repeating myself. The defense is obviously going to have its whole video. Defensive scores might even have its whole video. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do that. Okay, anything else I need to talk about? Not really. To be honest, that's all it is. Is you either hand it off or you throw it forward. You try and get 10 yards. Once you get that 10 yards, where you're downed, so say I get tackled at the 23-yard mark. I then need to make I need to make 10 yards. I need to get to the 33-yard mark. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you know what I'm trying to say. You're a smart cookie. I think that's all I need to kind of talk about for this video. I really want this to be basic. I don't want to overrun you with information. I'm assuming this is like the first time you've ever heard of American football if you're watching this. So yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about for today. The next episode, I promise, will be on 4th down. No, actually, I'm going to do positions next. I'm going to do offensive positions and defensive positions so you understand what each team can do. Positions will tell you a lot more about what you can do each play. But yeah, I don't want to yap your ears off early. If you like me, that sounds so stupid. If you like this sort of content, you like the way I'm speaking, you like anything about this, subscribe, because this is going to be a long series. I'm going to do lots of episodes on this. By the time the series is done, you will be a pro, you will know everything. When we get further down the series, I might even do some actual expert stuff that, you know, maybe some big NFL fans don't even know about. But in due time. I'm going to go. Thank you very much. I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for episode 2. Yeah. I love you. Mwah.